If the police don't want to do it, I would have given it to someone who could.
Let me just kind of walk you through this. And this is a developing story, and I want to keep you guys updated on this. I'm telling you, this is the most batshit thing, crazy thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay. Little backstory here. My parents are on vacation with my brother in Hawaii right now.
Why aren't you?
Because I have to work. I'm working.
That's
right?
so sad.
You can't work from the damn hotel. What the fuck?
Listen,
Hawaii?
I value this show so much. It's crazy. So let me just say it. So they're on vacation in Hawaii right now, and they are in Maui. Okay, that's where the fires were and all that not too long ago.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah, that huge goat fuck.
Right. So let me say this. This, on the surface, doesn't have anything to do with that. But it's just as fucking insane. So last night, after dinner, they went out for a walk on the shore, right? And they're in a pretty remote place. They're not on, they are staying at a friend's house. Like, there's this guy who owns this like $5 million house, and he offered it up, and he's letting them stay there, right? As like a friend thing. I don't know, whatever. And they're walking along.
Good ass friend, by the way.
Fucking great friend. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So they're staying at this place. They're walking along the shoreline, and I guess my dad turns into a little cove, right? And he looks on the ground, and he sees this.
Someone lost their dentures?
This is someone's jaw.
Oh, shit. Roger Ebert dropped that. Okay, got you.
This is the craziest damn thing you've ever seen.
Wow.
With teeth in it. You can see there's teeth in the background that are so you can take just basic analysis, says this is a young person's jaw. This is crazy. When I say this is the craziest thing I've ever seen, this is the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen. So what happened was they called the cops, and they're like, hey, what do we do with this? And at first they freaked out. They thought, wow, we need to come see this. They thought this would be some sort of, this had something to do with ancient Hawaiians or something along those lines, right? And like my dad said, they treated it like it was like the Holy Grail. It was a very big deal. And like I said, you see there's teeth in this. There's teeth that are still coming out here that haven't protruded out. So there's baby teeth in here. These are the molars back here. But you can see up here, this tooth has not come out yet. This is the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. And the craziest thing about this is the cops come out, and I'm like, listen, you need to get video of this. I want carbon dating on this. I want to know how old this person is. There could be dental records. This could potentially solve a murder or a crime.
I can tell looking at the teeth, that's not as old as you think it is. That's interesting, but go ahead.
Right. So the cops come out, and here's the craziest thing about it. The cops told my dad to put it back where he found it. How the fuck do you put a jaw back in the sand where you found it? I'm telling you.
Is that some kind of like conservation law or what the fuck?
I have no idea. Like,
maybe
what do you say?
Maybe they know something and they want to put it back.
I don't know.
What do you say in that?
Do you call up Oprah and The Rock or?
Right. I think you keep it, right? I think you keep it and you bring it to somebody. You have them do some carbon dating on it. You figure out just how old this is. Because as you said, Razor, these are not old teeth. Like this, you can tell these are like something happened here. And this is like I said, this is the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. I spent hours last night racking my head over this, just fascinated by this. Because the initial text, my dad has a really, really weird way of like finding these things, not necessarily these things, but it just said, Grandpa did it again. I couldn't find any crabs, so I found this. And that was my dad's joke on that. So, what do you guys think they should do? Do you think they should keep it now?
What if it was in a burial site or something, or they knew who had put it there in the first place and it was a giant cover-up? I don't know. There's so many questions.
Right.
Part of me wouldn't want to take it though. Like, it belongs in Hawaii. It should stay in Hawaii. I would have given it to somebody in Hawaii who could research it on their own. If the police don't want to do it, I would have given it to someone who could.
If Canada is any model to go by, I think you're supposed to build a public library on top of it.
Oh my God.
I think that's- that goes.
Yeesh.
Or a university of some kind.
Razor, what do you think? What do you think they should do?
You know what it sounds like? It sounds to me like the cops don't want to open a cold case, is what that is. I think that might be what that is. That's more work for them.
So they just
think
said,
that's
just put it back. Put
Yes,
it back in.
I think that's what it is. I don't think that's that old, honestly. I suspect that's not that old.
Imagine if
And-
it's not even human and it's like just some weird ass
Yeah,
fish.
they just don't want to have to do the fucking work.
I spent several hours last night. I FaceTimed my dad and was like, I got to see this thing. And they sent over video of it. And I just am flabbergasted. Number one, that they found a human jaw with teeth in it, right? With teeth still intact. So that's someone's soul. Like, someone's soul was attached to that shit, right? And the police are just like, no, just put it back. Like, what,
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you
Your
say in
dad
this
just
situation?
felt like disrupting a gravesite, maybe. Of course, it was in a cove. You said it was in a cove, so it could have washed up there.
Yeah.
Shipwreck. Lots of shipwrecks in that area.
Right.
Lots of them.
And that was kind of my thought. Maybe it's some like pirate tooth or pirate jaw. Or something. I don't know.
It was a kid pirate?
It was
Who knows? I
Blackbeard.
don't know.
Preschool pirate. Gotcha.
Who knows? I'm just shocked.
He was at home downloading albums illegally. Fucking.
All right. I don't know. You know, it's like, is it call the news? Someone's got, they have to pay attention. Right. Maybe
Right.
that's, who knows? You know, the news didn't really pay attention to the Maui fires though. So why do they
Yes.
pay attention to a jaw? But
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the other thing, right? Like, part of me goes, there's a lot of kids who like died in that fire, you know? And I mean, I don't know. This whole thing is just blowing my mind. And
Yeah.
I'll keep everybody updated on this, man. It's
And they
crazy.
pretty much told everyone to stay there and burn alive, which is fucked up. But
Yeah.
I mean, it was funny. It happened right around the same time that I made a video about this famous shipwreck in South Korea, the MVC wall, where basically the same thing happened. It was just on a smaller scale. It's a bunch of high school kids. They're going to a vacation destination. It's this little island off the coast. And they're headed there. Something happens. It's a top-heavy vessel, and it makes a turn too fast, and it can't correct. So it winds up capsizing. And the whole time they have this recorded message over the loudspeaker: put your life jackets on and remain in your cabins. And it just keeps repeating. And so all kids just stay in their fucking cabins. And vessels are showing up to support and help and rescue people. And the South Korean government's like, no, we got this. The Coast Guard's like, well, we got this. Nobody goes and saves anyone. They just sit around with their thumbs up their asses. And all the while, the message: keep your life jackets on and remain in your cabins. And hundreds of kids go down with this damn vessel and die when people could have saved them, right? If the only people who survived this disaster are the people who ignored the damn message. And it's the same fucking thing in Hawaii. The only people who wind up surviving in some areas are the people who disobey the goddamn government telling them to stay there and be immolated alive. Just fucking slight life lesson there.
That's nuts. Anyways, I'll keep you updated on the situation as it comes. You know, I don't know if they're going to decide. I mean, they're a few hours behind now. It's still the middle of the night over there. I guess they may be just getting up over there. But I'll keep everybody up. Just follow me over on Twitter. I'll post a picture of this shit later today. And
It's
maybe
8 a.m. there.
Okay, maybe the internet will be able to help out with solving this crime. You know, the internet's done crazier things.